little bit concerned because they picked Void Spirit on Team Spirit, and this hero has just looked garbage. It's been so
don't
bad.
Be a hater. All I wanted was a Spirit last. They banned Storm Spirit, they take the Void Spirit. I'm in. I'm down with Team Spirit. I think they have the pacing that they need for this lineup.
Was it just the name? That's why you just want spirits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Good job.
Spirit with Spirits, it's really all you need. No, I think that the panel has great points. I do think this is a timing-based game in the sense of just Team Spirit have a very significant lead that they want to grow during that laning stage and then push into that enemy side of the map. And it's going to be hard to get back in this game in some ways because like there's going to be the Dazzle Hex. We've seen that versus Terrorblade. Pretty annoying for all those illusions. So we'll see if they're going to hit those marks they need though.
Well, we'll see as we get into this game number 1. Another thing that was just tweeted out recently, where I go for all my information, the lovely Knoxville, because of the results of that LGD series, this series actually determines who is qualified to TI. Muted right at the start. Love that. All right, good stuff. Okay. Now,
Yeah, but if you had him muted.
Just 30 seconds now. We may never witness another match like this.
Your admiral is on board.
10 players compete for ultimate.
They're up to, and then well, they're just going to do collapse in the bottom and Zenyatta up top.
and that means, I mean, they're sticking the Tusk down here for a little bit longer. They obviously know the Skyreth is in the area, but this looks to me like an attempt at first blood down bottom. And who are they going to go for? Damage shows up. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Yokota's just hanging out down here for a second, then he's going to TP away.
And this is one of those situations that kind of works out for both teams, right? Because in a sense, like, DM's playing with Timbersaw. Obviously, you really want a good start on this hero, especially when you have a Terrorblade who are assuming is probably not going to have the best time, so there's going to be some pressure on you in that earlier part of the game to try and make moves, but you don't even need the dispos.
Very well played.
Oh, and Courier. Oh, yeah.
That is rough in this tri-lane versus tri-lane that now we've set up. Getting the first blood and then also a courier snipe. So Ramsey's no regen at all. Sky's gonna have to come back with a boatload.
This guy with the 8th on the way out at the very least on the GBK. Nice trade.
This will be interesting to watch if they continue with this tri-lane. I mean, again, Timber saw facing off.
Ursa is a pretty good counter Timber, especially in the laning stage, because obviously you can get the Fury Swipes. But this is what ends up happening. If you get a 1v1, then you just split the lane. Like, the wave just gets pulled apart. Ursa doesn't really get to benefit from all the benefits that you have in terms of having the Fury Swipes and everything. And Timber's just going to run away from you. He's going to catch the wave somewhere else once he sees a couple points of reactive armor, and you don't get to push the advantage you should have.
And instead, this happens down bottom, where they managed to get the kill onto the Viper. So that was the metamorphosis used.
Meta is down, right? You can't just like abandon this tri-lane at this point.
And a couple punches, a couple body blocks. Damage, taking some damage. Mira now shards in. They will lose the Tusk. Mira, a couple more punches and almost able to survive, but Ramses gets it with the reflection there. Takes that away, and that sets Toronto Tokyo up to have the bottle refill there.
Pull, he still got the water room for free. No contest there from the Image.
Did another pull through too. Down bottom, that is it. Just not been able to get the Terrorblade to the lane at all, and now Mira runs in aggressively, finds TB, the silence to stop the poison attack, but Ramsey still might be in trouble as he is slowly burning down to the
valve, and it's scary, right? So this is where the rotation comes through. This is where you try and bait DM to go aggro again, and then Mira's gonna try and jump in and get a turnaround play.
DM,
there it is.
No. Chase, dispose. He was slowed by the Chakram though. They can't get on top of him. DM just gets away, so the gank will not succeed.
And that Timber Chain, 4-second CD even at level 1, so keeps you pretty safe. And yeah, careful now.
Mira in trouble. Couple more punches, dies to the Timber Chain. DM is having a hell of a game.
Yeah, you thought. You know, couldn't even get it. Oh, that hurts. All right, I'm just gonna hang out in this lane, I guess. That's Yamage's job for this game is Hakoda, DM, yeah, getting in there close.
Silence, no enrage for you. And has the enrage afterwards. Mira right on top, jumps in. DM still chasing, threatening, almost gets him, forces it out, now turns on to 2, it's 2v3. It's still not good enough for Team Spirit. In fact, oh, GBK comes in with that DD, looks to the side, but not able to get him. just barely escaping the Yadro.
That was a big old chunk of Tidebringer, wasn't it?
That's what a DD does.
Is in danger.
But GPK now wants to chase Collapse. Oh, he went backwards. He didn't think he was going to find him there. Just trying to get him some farm if possible. He is going for the Battle Fury. Down to about half HP, the sidekick. There for the turn with the Dispose. Toronto Tokyo makes the rotation with the Arcane Rune, and they punish one of those top net worth heroes taking down DM.
And Mapochka.
The X is there.
Yeah, I mean, he still has a grave, so.
Okay, snowball used. Mapochka pops the grave and just walks away, not opting to use it all. On the top side, Hakoda also caught on this Skywrath Mage, so Toronto Tokyo, they managed to find 2 kills with that rotation.
Yeah, Mapochka's still surviving. I mean, GPK, I feel like he doesn't want to feed, like he doesn't want to overcommit.
They need it.
Well, they're going to smoke up. They're going to start making their way up top here. Yadro still vulnerable as he sits on the lane. They've got 4 heroes up here.
Mira trying to block the smoke from connecting onto the Ursa, but they might just get both of them depending. Actually, Outsiders, they're
going to double back. There is a TP as well here from Toronto Tokyo too, so if they do dive up there, he TPs in, it could go bad.
They want the rune. I think that's part of it here as well. Coda, silence, GPK, finds him, X, snowball, tries to get away, stun is out onto both,
Got the sidekick
Mira just gets away. Dispose out, a couple more punches is all they need, and doesn't quite find Mira, but they do eventually when they bring all 3 heroes.
Yeah,
Still,
they have to commit that way at the very least, so Yadro can't be chased down after chasing.
all right, they run back top again. And they find him. Yadro thought he was safe. No longer the case. There is a TP coming in from the Viper, and they might have scouted that, so they give up for a moment, and now they run back in after the TPs have been canceled. They go in for the kill anyways. Oh, that feels real bad. I was like, come on, you could have come to help me. Oh, it's such luck.
Yeah, a lot of these other times where he's turned it around, he's had the sidekick, you know, so he can like chew his way back into it, and the possessed here. So, yeah, unfortunate there. I don't know if Collapse got canceled by someone else or just didn't see the value in the rotation, because obviously if he makes the TP, they probably don't go again, and then Collapse.
A lot of their matches, they sometimes will drop down a little bit early like this and then make a rotation in the mid game. We'll see if they can make it happen again in this one, but Outsiders kind of running ragged over them over these last few minutes.
Yeah, Mira does go down there and was trying to get the Fairy Stringer. Not often you get that as a support these days, but I'm sure he just really doesn't want it unless it's super safe, because he can go back and still farm really quick. And he's taking up parts of the map that Ramses wasn't able to reach anyway. And so GBK is just really getting close to that BKB at an excellent timing right now.
Moves forward and they find him, and just like that, the caster curse is going to strike again as GPK dies immediately.
Perhaps not expecting that many heroes to stick around, it would seem. Yeah, I guess. I mean, once Yamich dies, there's less threat of turnaround potential. Just keep them alive.
There's a lot of TI winners on his team too. I don't know if the 5s in the other games are going to be able to replicate that as well. And Kunkka building towards the BKB almost has it done for GPK with the Manta done on Terrorblade.
Move back into it, but this window for them to really be dominant, especially with this Viper, is shrinking right now.
The stun, they find and kill Collapse. Only the boots travel, not enough. Toronto Tokyo jumps in, tries to bring down Hakoda. Mira living through with the sidekick in the Unleash. Yamich is gonna die, so Team Spirit punish that aggression. Although again, it's the 2 supports for the core.
Yeah, there's no... Mapochka is closing in on the Shard as well, which is great. I'm certain that that's probably what he's saving up for here. They really need this move, and now they get the catch. Absolutely massive on top here. They need... The Sable's been used before Yadro's here, unfortunately.
They might just die on this if you go good further. Everybody from Spirit trying to chase DM.
Get that guy!
And they can't get him. He's just answer, but likewise.
It's BKB time for GPK.
Yeah. They find Yamich. There's the Aether. But it's a little bit off the mark. GPK takes that one. Mapochka dead. Collapse has to run, but the X pulls it back in. This is not the fight that Team Spirit wanted, as everybody was there from Outsiders, and with Ramses showing up, this is going to be a tower and another kill.
I like that with Roche now. There's a DD. I think they go Roche with meta, right? Take this away from the Ursa lineup.
Oh, this is huge.
Yeah, get in there.
What a big turn.
Go. Over, but just so much of what they're looking for is being taken away by Outsiders right now.
And you talked about...
And now a Brigand's Blade found, I believe, from Outsiders. I guess he's more happy with the broom handle. Fair enough. And soon into the Chrysalis here, so big damage for GPK.
I mean, right here too, Outsiders spotted that ward, and Toronto Tokyo A little bit of trouble. Has the Yule Scepter used. Can they bring him down? Has his own now to try and survive through this. Second round, jumps away. Grave is there. Maybe a good fight. GPK gets jumped on. Yadro blows him up. DM trying to walk away from this one. Will Timber chain out as Team Spirit have a potential to chase this.
Yeah.
They see everybody as Ramses walks forward, stunned up. Where's the follow-up? Do they have enough? Mira is absolutely obliterated as Yadro gets taken down low. TP's out, but the Yules is there. So no chance to escape as Team Spirit lose 3. And they saw Ramses walk in. They had that ward down.
I'm thinking they probably...
Not the real hero, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2 seconds hex doesn't sound like a long time until an Ursa's hitting you. You're like, wow, this is a long hex.
Stuns. Both, everything dropped. And Collapse has just been food over the last 7 minutes. Keeping these lanes pushed out and not losing any heroes in any random smoke rotations. Because that's the other thing. We've seen a couple of different times now where Outsiders have been able to find these pickoffs in moments where you not otherwise would have been able to. DM just walks in and they have no punish for that at all.
Yeah, and you got to be careful too because of the Silver Edge as well. That breaks very
Exposed. Brings him down low. GPK. He didn't stand a chance.
No,
All right.
see.
They got what they needed. Now he's asked to pull back in DM. He misses his chain. Everything is falling apart for Outsiders in the last couple minutes here.
Nice grave.
Era safe for the moment. DM, BKB running down low. Yamich, they're right on top of him. Toronto Tokyo kills another. But can he find anything else? Yamich almost gets him. Solid right there. Get the Yule Scepter, the lift up. Toronto Tokyo throws out the Remnant, gets the kill, dissimulates away, and Ramses also escapes. So we said an early spawn would be bad. Now it's really good if it's an immediate spawn. 45 seconds.
Yeah, at least they'll be back up on the side of Outsiders though, so it shouldn't be too free unless they're...
A meta, I think, to take it quickly. Things get a little bit terrifying otherwise.
The question is how fast do they react when they suddenly get silenced by Void Spirit, right?
Oh, good scan.
Because like Hakoda has nothing.
Yeah.
So he can just go down. That's a huge aspect. And same thing with Yamish, because Yamish is this big blink save with the snowball. So targeting these two supports, they look pretty free for Toronto Tokyo in these engagements right now.
Double ward placed down there by Maposhka. A misclick. And I don't know if they have another one actually to drop on the high ground.
Unfortunately, it's an invis. Surprisingly, not that great here.
Jumps in, DM, it's a BKB. That's a good bait. If Toronto Tokyo gets out, they're fine with this. Outsiders use a BKB right before a pivotal Roche fight.
They smoke instantly again.
Yeah.
Someone
They know how important this fight is.
They are dodging away. They do not want to get caught out of position here.
Yeah, DM gonna grab the outpost. Excellent, just in case they need a buyback moment here.
And up top, they actually are gonna lose that rack.
Oh, but here we go. Yadro's gonna hop in.
They're heading top. So this Roche is going the way of Team Spirit.
Already well, past the Scott, the next level of itemization coming out here.
True.
And Yadro is always gonna be stronger than that for the entire game.
Well, a bottled up DD. Basher in the backpack.
Smoke time.
Let's see what Team Spirit can manage to do with this. They need to push out that top lane. The frustration of...
And I think also just the difficulty is these BKBs start to wear out a flank versus the Kunkka, right? It's when the Kunkka just needs to hold you and he has an extra damage source, when that's not his reliability in a team fight, that's when Kunkka shines to me. Is that he just has to like get the water park going, head on over to old Six Flags, wind it up.
Dual Scepter, lift up, good save. Will it be enough though? Mira dead already. And very deep on Yadro. The X is there for afterwards. Doesn't want to use his BKB on his first life, so that's Aegis down. Taunted. The moment Ramses, Yadro just backs away, but the Scotty, the piercing BKB spell, and
the silence.
Immediately TP's away.
And Toronto Tokyo got caught.
Oh, Maposhka's gonna die, but a nice play waiting for the Walrus Punch before he TP'd out.
All right, so that was really nice that they're at least able to save their Ursa, but Toronto Tokyo was sort of waiting, right? Because I thought maybe on the revive he was going to go in and try and get a big silence to counter out the Tusk and the Skywrath Mage, but instead he waited until Ursa reached the worst anti-synergy I've ever heard.
All right, well, that's how it goes sometimes. Tusk is going to get the D ward there too. And they're very much bullying them around the map right now. Outsiders, everywhere that they go, Team Spirit it's pretty decent there for the Ursa.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they want on Outsiders. Oh, they definitely want Leveler too.
MKB done.
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Quality Ursa item. It's versus these agi heroes, that is one of the benefits of Ursa in a lot of ways, is that they have a hard time going for butterflies because you're usually going to opt for that anyway, but Ramses wasn't heading that direction. Let's give himself a satanic next. Starts buying out, selling. Doesn't quite hit it. His math was a little bit off, but there you go. Reaver's done now, so The rest of it flying into the courier. So now Satanic, Manta, BKB, air to the pit. And they also have a ward up on that high ground.
Team Spirit, do they know about this? Toronto Tokyo checking, gets the D ward, dissimulate on down to the low ground, gets the silence on the boat. Mira catches, bringing down Yamage. Roche very low. Toronto Tokyo, he's silenced. They have the water park going. Ramses gets the Aegis, gets everything.
Yeah, Refresher share to GPK as well if they want to chase.
Think about it. Yadro gets up to the high ground, trying to get a little bit of separation from Ramses. They're fighting into Hex, already out from Dazzle. GPK, BKB, catching Mapochka. Graven's there, TP's out. They have Refresher round 2, but Ramses, he's dead once.
They got Lakota.
Can they do it anymore? DM, he's a menace in the backline. Toronto Tokyo gets the lift up, but can't escape. And on the other side, Yadro wants to get on top of a couple more of these targets. Collapse is doing so much, and Mira pulls him back in. Can they bring him down in time? It looks like they will, as the bash is there. Ramses in trouble, no way out.
Just in case he needed it.
Up onto the high ground, he's actually going to be stuck up there, gets obliterated. Skywrath Mage is also dead as Yadro tries to escape. Damage in with the punch, in with the snowball. Collapse TP's out. Does he have a way to escape? He does.
Good read there, seeing the wall smash used to kill Mira. Down Toronto Tokyo, and yeah, that was a gem hunt right there.
Listen, when your heroes die, you still got
Toronto might try to make a desperation play here in the back.
BKB immediately, and out. Can they find any more? Collapse has to back away. He's in trouble though. DM right on top of him. Yadro actually jumps in and kills Yamage though. Maybe a chance for a turn. Toronto Tokyo lands. Do they have enough damage? A couple more hits. The bash, it's good.
They can't help.
The center off the time. He's done. Oh, Toronto Tokyo could not escape from it. Now Yadro in trouble. They have the torrent. The connection is there. It was so close, but that Yules, it interrupted. But maybe now Ramses, a second round of this, hoping to get out, but won't manage. It did cost a buyback, but they got what they needed.
I feel like GPK DM had just given up. They're like, he's dead, let him go. Hits the Sunder, but then abandoned once more. As this time with no Sunder available, as he is so close to 25, by the way. Had he gone for that, that would have been kind of hype in the middle of that fight. And back it on. It's tough because the story hasn't changed much for Spirit.
Oh, they're not going to realize this.
They're still in lane problems, and the way they start fights is still very difficult.
Oh, and there's no way for them to check into the pit, and this is such a quick Roche. They would not have anticipated this.
I mean, how do you even fight this?
I mean, it's a possibility, but the Outsiders, they're going to get it. They timber chain in, and Roche goes the way of Outsiders.
I love just that little bit of play there, too, to stop any blinks or anything, right?
Yeah.
Like the Shiva's guard up on the high ground there.
Aghanim Scepter, it is passed over to DM.
Yeah, great choice.
This is such
a jump though.
Big burst. Damage. Taking some stuns.
I don't have that damage.
Away.
Yeah, he still doesn't itemize Swords of Dispel as well, so he still is being targeted quite heavily by Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah. Only that disassemble or the assemble play available to him.
Oh no, I mean on Yamage.
Oh, for Yamage, yeah.
He can just like jump on him. But he's also a very tanky guy, you know. He's got himself the Glimmer Cape too. He can help.
Really hurts Spirit. Is that a Scotty done also on the Viper? DM walks up high ground. They spot that there's no vision nearby. But Yamage in pretty far forward with the Glimmer Cape. He gets down to ward, but Yadro finds him. Snowball. Toronto Tokyo tries to get the lift over to the side. He pulls him back in, and well, Outsiders are going to leave their Tusk for dead.
Yeah, that was a pretty greedy maneuver to make. I mean, they have 2 gems now.
Back towards mid.
That ward's really dead.
They lose the range racks. But getting the kill on the Tusk, not bad.
No, they desperately need that kind of a play. They need that kill on the Tusk because it makes the initiation a lot safer for Yadro to go in. And again, the pressure is there now. Team Spirit to go and make a move. You don't want to just like hold back after getting this kill.
Yeah, it's so hard though, like you say. They're smoked up. DM, Helios assembles, stun, follow up. Do they have enough to bring down DM? He's dead.
Yeah, get out. I mean, that's the pressure. When there's no snowball, like, sure, you can buy back and force it out of Yamage, but they get an excellent target. There's no save available. And now you're off foot, right? You're kind of a little bit tilted, one could say, on the side of Outsiders, because you're missing one of your heroes, and so you don't want to progress on the map without your Timber Saw, and you just want to buy back for nothing. And so now you've just stalled out a minute and a half here, and there wasn't a big fight. Then are you going to wait for the items?
Oh, vision down. Mapochka just outside of range. They see him there. The Hex comes out. There's the Aeon Disc. Tries to survive. Good silence onto 3. Yadro trying to bring down DM. He is left all alone. DM slowed down, and Ramses just jumps forward, blows up one. The Hex comes out, but it's a bit too late. GPK down low, but the snowball save to keep him alive. Can he get out afterwards? Doesn't quite look like it. It is the cheese Passover and the eat. Oh, that was pretty. That was very pretty. Spirit, they lose 3. A buyback already on that Dazzle.
Yado's trying to chase.
Can they do it? Ah, it's so tempting.
Wind Waker there too, and didn't go for the save on the Pgl because he headed too, so I was like, oh, he's gonna save his Wind Waker for more important targets, but here we go, back in the real game.
Snowball right on top. There's the Hex onto 2. Tokyo follows up. There's the turn on a Yamage. Dead again. The boats come down. Yadoro tries to back away. He's slowed. The Grave is there. Has to turn to fight. Has to do something here. The Hex onto a couple from the low ground. Collapse doing some good damage. With the Torrent there for the lift up. Yadoro tries to back away. The
Who's Collapse Viper? Why is he making plays on Viper, by the way?
TM goes in. Hex, they didn't have vision here. Got him under control. Yadoro jumps forward, tries to bring him down, but there's the control. The Hex is out, misses on the chains. Yadoro is taking so much damage from the double chakrams, and the buyback already came from Ramses there. Not going to have the Ursa in this fight, as he drops with no buyback. Collapse wanting to escape, but actually will. There's no X, no nothing left.
Tokyo, he got Hakoda in the back as well. So no Sky, but obviously still looking very good for now for Outsiders.
Yeah, Pgl goes down. Mira also caught, and Mira going to be killed. Yamage made the rundown happen. They reclaim the gem, and 3 heroes dead for a very long time.
And what is the call? Did you have the count here? Do you know Outsiders? Did you count 5 bullets?
Will they take the chance? Ramses, he wants it. Wants to end it right now. Goes forward for the tier 4 towers. They dispose one, try and bring them down. The Hex out afterwards. The fight looks pretty good so far for Outsiders. Tokyo not able to bring down anybody. Ramses being whittled down. And has to Wind Waker away. They pull back and Collapse. He's in trouble. Collapse is dead. Has the buyback available. Marcy down 2. It's 2 against 5. The Glyph is there, but I don't think that they have enough damage, as Team Spirit can only look on, try and find DM. Maybe they can bring that Timbersaw, but the Clever Cape is there. They find Collapse again. And with that, only one remains. GG call. Outsiders, they hold out.
Well, Team Spirit certainly didn't make it easy for them throughout the latter half of this game, but Outsiders just proving that their draft in the end was going to give them a better chance for the success, I would say. Not only just, obviously they played really well, but this idea of just trying to break apart Outsiders, they couldn't find it from Team Spirit, right?
Right.
They just got to do whatever they wanted across the